Celine, a fairy gifted with the rare ability to weave magic through love, lived in the enchanted meadows of the fairy realm. Her power was coveted, for it was said that the love she created could heal broken hearts, unite warring nations, and even breathe life into barren lands. But for all her gifts, Celine had never experienced love herself. Her heart ached with longing for something she could not create, true, unselfish love. One fateful day, Celine crossed paths with Matt, a human whose charm could light up any room but whose heart was as selfish as it was handsome. Drawn to his magnetic personality, Celine made a bold choice. She used her magic to nudge his heart, planting the seeds of love. But Celine's enchantment didn't work as planned. Instead of growing genuine affection, Matt's emotions became chaotic, his heart torn between his own desires and Celine's magic. Unbeknownst to Celine, a dark sorcerer named Kale had been watching from the shadows. Kale had long harbored a vendetta against the fairy realm and saw Matt's turmoil as the perfect opportunity to wreak havoc. Using a forbidden spell, Kale stole Matt's heart, not just figuratively, but literally. The sorcerer locked it inside an obsidian box, intending to channel its chaotic energy to destroy both the human and fairy worlds. Celine was devastated. Guilt consumed her as she realized her meddling had made Matt vulnerable to Kale's dark magic. Determined to set things right, Celine vowed to retrieve Matt's stolen heart, even if it meant venturing into the most dangerous corners of the fairy realm. Her journey began in the Forest of Echoes, where whispered warnings of Kale's power lingered in the air. There, Celine met a wise elder fairy who revealed that only true love could break the spell binding Matt's heart. But Celine's love for Matt had been tainted by her initial manipulation. To save him, she needed to confront the truth about her feelings and the consequences of her actions. As Celine traveled deeper into the fairy realm, she faced trials that tested her courage and her heart. In the cavern of reflection, she saw visions of her own selfishness, realizing that her desire for Matt's love had been more about filling her own emptiness than about truly caring for him. In the river of shadows, she battled creatures born from her doubts and fears, emerging stronger and more determined. Finally, Celine reached Kale's lair, a fortress of twisted thorns and shimmering black magic. Inside, she found Matt, pale and lifeless, his chest glowing faintly where his heart once was. Kale taunted her, revealing that the heart was now a source of dark energy, powering his plans to shatter the barriers between the human and fairy worlds. Celine pleaded with Kale, offering her own heart in exchange for Matt's. But Kale refused, laughing at her desperation. "Your heart is strong, Celine," he sneered, "but it is bound by guilt, not love. What use do I have for such weakness?" At that moment, Celine realized the truth. Her love for Matt had grown beyond her initial enchantment. She loved him not for his charm, but for the glimpses of vulnerability he had shown, for the potential she saw in him to become better. Her love was no longer selfish, it was real. Drawing upon this newfound strength, Celine unleashed her magic, the light of her love piercing through Kale's dark spells. The obsidian box shattered, and Matt's heart returned to his chest. The surge of love magic was so powerful that it weakened Kale, forcing him to flee into the shadows. As Matt awoke, Celine feared he would resent her for everything that had happened. But instead, he thanked her. The ordeal had changed him, opening his eyes to his own selfishness. "You gave me back more than my heart, Celine," he said. "You showed me what it means to truly care for someone." Their bond, now rooted in mutual understanding and true love, became a source of powerful magic, healing the wounds between the human and fairy realms. Together, Celine and Matt vowed to protect both worlds, their love a beacon of hope and redemption. Moral of the story **. True love cannot be forced or manipulated, it grows from selflessness, understanding, and courage. Sometimes, the greatest magic comes from learning to love with an open heart.